Thrifty bitches.
Thrifty bitches. Thrifty bitches.
Surprise! It's a surprise Thrifty Bitches episode. So, we are here today to do a spontaneous episode. And what are we going to be talking about?
Spontaneity.
Doing spontaneous things. It's crazy. So, today, I'm JoJo. We have Matt and Elena. And we're going to be doing an episode on spontaneity.
Because that's the energy today.
Yeah. So, who would we to be to do this on a regularly planned episode day? That would just be running the whole point.
No.
Hypocritical. So,
Yeah. And we are those type of people.
we are. So we are here now at 7:48 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sunday at all.
Not Sunday at all.
Almost as far as you
Exactly.
can go.
So true. From either direction. You're so right.
Whoa.
All right. Big brain. Let's get into the life updates. Matt, you going first?
School started. It's the second week of school. It's going crazy right now.
Nice.
I'm very busy, but it's good. Yeah. Being back in Georgia. Best thing ever.
I'm so happy that you're back and you guys can just chill now.
Finally, no
it
more
rocks.
long distance.
No more long distance.
Yeah, thank God. That
Um,
rocks.
Yes, it's amazing. And yeah, basically same for me. Second week of school. And
She got a 100 on her quiz.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I did.
That's
I have
true.
all 100s in the grade book right now. It is second
Absolutely.
week, so there's not a lot of grades, but I am happy.
You also have your 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
Yeah. Like, hello?
Yeah, I might have to quit one, but we'll see.
Ooh.
But it's okay. For right now, doing all my jobs and girl bossing it up as I do.
I feel like all your updates are like, and I'm girl bossing.
It's just a
Always.
constant.
It just never stops.
Yeah, I started and I will never stop. Yeah, can't stop doing that.
Nice. Well, speaking of quitting jobs, that leads to my life update. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, you might see that I'm wearing a slutty vegan shirt. I cropped it up because that's what I do. I worked at Slutty Vegan for a few months and I had to quit because working in the grill with the steam was just making me feel like I had to faint all the time, and I just don't like feeling like half of a person all the time.
Yeah.
So I had to peace out of there, and I get a week now to just kind of chill and be a person before I start working somewhere else. So I'm very excited, and I'm very much enjoying this time just chilling.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yay! Alright, shall we get into it?
We shall.
We shall. So, as we said, we're going to be talking about making impulsive decisions, spontaneity, and really our message today is you should choose to be spontaneous.
Yeah. One of my personal idols, Hilary Duff, she made a song called Why Not? And I think it really sums up the vibe for today. You know, I
Yeah.
think before finishing this episode, all of you should pause this and put on Why Not by Hilary Duff, and then come back just so you can be in the same mindset as us. Anyway, continue.
So there's a lot of reasons why it's good to be spontaneous. I think it's good for breaking up your normal routine. It's good for your mental
Yeah.
health. And we started doing something. I think we talked about it on another episode, but I've been setting 15-minute timers to clean my room. That's
This
helping me a
changes
bunch.
your life.
Literally.
Yeah.
And it just, when you're in that stress cycle of feeling like I need to do this thing, it's so hard to start. But if you do for 15 minutes and you're like, okay, I'll just do it right now, because 15 minutes and then it's over with, it makes it so much easier to start, and it works for a lot of hard things.
And I was saying this to you the other day, actually. When you do that 15-minute timer, it takes away the most stressful part of doing a task, which is, this is going to take forever, this seems so stressful.
Yeah.
If you get over the mental block, the actual task itself is never really that hard. It's
Exactly.
literally just getting the energy to do it. So if you remove that from the equation and literally just do something, before you know it, it's over with.
Yeah.
You can kind of plan yourself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally
That's
like
true.
hacking life. Like,
Yeah.
I know, it sounds insane, but it really works.
Yeah. My room was such a mess earlier today. We did 15 minutes maybe. So much.
And
Yeah.
also, sometimes you tend to keep going after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. You lose track of time.
Yeah. And then it's something that you've been putting off for so long, and it's already mostly done. Like,
Yeah. Well, that
sometimes
rocks.
all the way done. And it's also good, like, as a reward, I'll like use it to reward myself with spontaneous things. So I'll be like, okay, if I can just get through this homework, then I'm gonna go get boba.
Yeah.
And then that'll like motivate me to get things done.
A little treat.
A little treat.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a little drinky drink, a
Yeah.
little treat in the day. Yeah. It's essential.
See, that, I do that all the time, but I have to stop myself from doing that method sometimes because I'm like, okay, well, if I don't do this, then I'm not going to eat. I need to eat.
Yeah.
But, like, then it makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know.
Use it sparingly.
Use it wisely.
Little drinky drinks tend to add up in cost, but
Real.
yes.
Yeah, when we talk about being impulsive, it's like, obviously make sure you're being responsible and,
Yeah.
like, not blowing everything in your bank account, not jumping off a bridge, not hopping into a stranger's creepy car.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about being impulsive in a way that's, like, choosing to, you know, just do something and not thinking about, you know,
Yeah.
how difficult it may be, just going
Just breaking
for
out
it.
of your normal routine.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
anything insane,
Right.
but then you were going to talk about your New York trip.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I do wedding videography sometimes as like a part-time little side job, girl boss moment thing. And I was going to a wedding with my friend Allie, who's a photographer. She's my best friend, and she does wedding photography. So we went to this wedding together in Pennsylvania, and we had a spare day before the wedding just to like chill and do nothing. We found out that Times Square in New York City was only a 3-hour drive.
Oh my gosh.
And we were like, should we? And we were like, no, that's crazy, right? And then before we knew it, we were in Times Square,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
spent like only 3 hours there because we barely had time. So we're like, we need to make sure we get enough sleep before the wedding.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we went and explored Times Square and just like taxi hopped from like place to place
That's
and
amazing.
went shopping and got a bunch of food and did so much shit and had like a whole little mini photo shoot and everything all
Oh
within
my
like a
gosh.
3-hour time span, and
I
it
love
was
that.
the most fun day of my life, like
Oh my
literally.
gosh. That's
So
amazing.
yeah, and it was all just because we were like, okay, let's be silly, let's
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy we did it. 'Cause that's
amazing.
honest to God like one of the most fun days I've ever had.
It can-
Yeah.
Spontaneity can definitely change like a completely boring day.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just, like,
Just do it.
lying
If you're
back
questioning,
into, like the best day ever.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another thing that I know we wanted to talk about kind of on that same wave is choosing to be more spontaneous in your day-to-day life. Like,
Yeah.
even hosting with your friends, just saying, you know, I have nothing going on today. Let's see what these people are up to, and just reaching out to people. Because I used to be someone who would never reach out to people and just kind of wait for people to reach out to me because I was so afraid of rejection.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's okay if people just are busy or just don't want to chill. You know, just
we'll try.
yeah, just see what they're up to, because it could turn into like one of the most fun days if they come over and then you guys just have fun from there.
Yeah, that's very true. We've been doing that a lot, and me and you this summer, like so much hanging out spontaneously.
Yeah.
And just earlier this week, me and Matt and some of his friends, we were going out for Mark Monday to celebrate the first day of school, and then the place that we were going to was closed. They were closed for renovation, and it was very sad. But then we had like walked all the way there, and we're like, well, we just want to hang out. So I was like, do you guys want to come over to my apartment? Cool. And we can all hang out. And it was like literally on the spot. I like texted my roommates. I'm like, hey, we're having some people over. And then we like go, and it was such a fun night. Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Yes. And you were saying spontaneous city at your dorm last
Oh, that's true. Our whole
His words.
my friend group, we were all on the same floor on the dorm last year, and it was just basically every day was just a spontaneous hangout.
Nice.
Usually like there's certain occasions that we plan hangouts for, but most of it is just like, okay, who's free in like 30 minutes?
God, I'm honestly kind of thankful I don't live on the same floor as all my friends because I would be such a nursance.
Yeah.
I would be knocking on your door every day like, JoJo! I want to go to the store.
That. I would love it.
I need someone to go to Target with me.
Yeah. This is kind of off topic, but I know of like older people will like decide to live like instead of going to a retirement home, they'll like all live on the same floor of an apartment complex, and then they're just like all down the hall and like can look out for each other.
That rocks.
And, like,
That's
so
just like
cute.
it's giving summer camp,
right?
I love that.
I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
So fun. Okay. What else do we have to talk about? We're talking about like going out by yourself too. Like, just don't be afraid to do things by yourself. Obviously within safety, but go to concerts by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to be so afraid to just go out and explore by myself, and ever since I started doing it, I've made some really fun memories. I've met a bunch of cool people in line at concerts just going by myself. Even going out to get food at restaurants by yourself, there's no shame in that. Like, just choosing to literally treat your life like a fun little video game and doing whatever you want to do and not thinking too much about it, as long as it's within, common reason. It's really fun, and it's changed my life for the better. Yeah.
That's a cool way to think about that.
Yeah. And you can also just like, I spontaneously thrift all the time, but like even if you're trying to save money, it helps my mental health so much to go out. Even if I don't have money, I'll just go look and then like come back. Like it's nice
window
to
shopping.
Just, like, see, I don't know, just like make sure you're seeing the world a little bit. Sometimes I get into like patterns where I'm like,
just full hermit.
Gotta be thrifty, gotta save money. Then I'm just like in bed, like, I used to go out and make some money too.
Right.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. What else do we have? You're gonna talk about being more spontaneous with your passions.
That is true. I think more recently, I've been just like, why not? Like, if I like pick out a shirt and I'm like, this seems like a bit much for today. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy. Like, I don't have to dress up. But then I'm like, why shouldn't I dress up? There's no reason not to like go crazy every day.
Yeah, I think something that really freed me and was very like cathartic in a way was just kind of realizing that there are quite literally no rules when it comes to fashion, and I feel like I've always kind of been trying to follow these made up rules.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, and I found this keychain the other day, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put it on my jeans because I think it looks cool. And then there's like a moment of like being self-conscious, like, oh, well, normal people wouldn't wear, or like, what would, and then you just literally have to be like, I think this looks cool, so I'm going to do what I think looks cool.
And another thing I do is like, if I have like 5 minutes before an event and I see a thrift store on day,
absolutely.
Just, I love to do, or like if I see a cute coffee shop or something too, like I'll go in and get a little drinky drink. Like, just cute places on the way when you're driving around are good.
I think literally just training yourself to kind of listen to that impulsive voice in your brain that's like, do it. Like when you're driving by and you see like a coffee shop or something and you want to stop and your mind's like, I want to do it. Then literally just like, without hesitation, just turn into it.
Yeah, exactly.
And just do it. And I don't know, just living off of that kind of impulsivity can make your life a lot more exciting.
Yeah. Oh, and we were talking about your fashion before.
Yeah.
Why do you think you made this change with your fashion?
I think it might be something to do with you.
What?
It has everything to do with JoJo.
Yeah. I mean, all the, I don't know, I've never really gone thrifting before.
Yeah.
And then that thrifting just opens up a whole different world of fashion.
Truly.
Vintage stuff.
Yeah.
Cheap. I think the cheapness of it also just like allows you to get
more.
A ton of stuff in your wardrobe. Choose like what you want. Stuff.
Yeah. I also feel like going bold with accessories is really fun. Like
last episode.
Yeah, like if you have just like a plain shirt and plain pants, if you spice it up with your own accessories and are just spontaneous with it, it can elevate any outfit and make it so like unique and like original and like personalized to you.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're unsure about things too, I know we're all victims to anxiety brain a lot.
Real.
If you're overthinking something and you're like, is this a good idea? Like, am I going to regret this? As long as the stakes aren't too high, just do it. Worst case, it'll be a lesson and something that you'll look back and either laugh at or be like, well, now I know this.
Speaking of that, I think about like, like weird dates I've gone on before. I remember being like, maybe I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to like go out and do this. And even the ones that ended up just being like weird and awkward, it still was, a lesson and an experience. And when
tell your friends.
When I chose to put myself out there, I ended up meeting like the coolest person ever, Rob.
Yay.
I had only been single for a very short period of time, and my friend was like, you should download Tinder. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And so I did it just last minute, and I ran out of super likes, and I wanted Rob to notice me, so I paid $5 for the extra super like to get him to like see me and acknowledge I existed. And I'm so glad I did, because now we've been together for over 4 years. And just that random impulsive Tinder download led to such a huge life change. Yeah. And I know y'all met on dating apps too, so it could definitely be very helpful being just very impulsive sometimes.
Yeah. We were very spontaneous when we met as well. It was like, we were like talking about hanging out and like 5 minutes later.
It's like, so you want to be here right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
let's hang out right now. It's the marksman quote,
Really? Yeah, that rocks.
Yeah. And also like us starting dating was very not kind of impulsive and spontaneous. Like we'd only known each other.
Yeah,
not impulsive. Yeah, spontaneous.
Well, I feel like you guys just trusted your intuition.
Yeah, we knew. Like, it just would seem bold or, like, impulsive to other people.
Right.
But really, it was like, we know this is going to work.
I mean, there are people who, there are people who literally met and, like, 3 days later got engaged and then have been married for, like, 80 years. You know what I mean? Like, it just... Yeah. It's whatever feels right for you, you know, and I think just trusting your gut, and you guys knew, like, this is what you want to do, and it worked out so well. Yeah,
like, for context, we met, like, 2 weeks before he had to move back to Maryland for the summer. So it was like, we met immediately, we were like, this is great, and we want to keep seeing each other, but it was like, are we going to do long distance even though we just met? We literally just met, and then we were like, let's wait this summer, but then I visited him like a week after, and it was like the day of the New York episode with Sick Miriam. I had just started dating him. We met in Philly and had a wonderful day together and decided to start dating, even though we're going to be doing long distance the whole summer, and it was the best, and we killed it, and we don't even have to do it anymore.
Period. Yeah. Worth it. Yes. I love that for y'all.
Right? Wow. Okay, what else? Kind of also on the dating apps, I would, back in my single era, I would bring these, like, QR codes.
The smartest thing ever, by the way. JoJo used to bring these QR codes to bars, and when you would scan them, she would hand them out to, like, somebody she would think is attractive or whatever. They would scan it, and it would be like, here's the link to my Tinder profile, here's the link to my Venmo if you want to buy me a drink, and here's my Instagram. Yeah. Like, genius. Everything they need to know.
Then you don't have to, like, have an awkward conversation, like, if it's not going to go well, you can just, like, hand it.
I'm smart for that.
Yeah, I was also too scared to hit him about this. But I know a couple.
Yeah.
And then, you are very open to trying new things.
I'm so open.
You're so open to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
activities.
pescatarian and Elena's vegan,
Yeah.
and he just eats all our like meatless options. Like
They're
he,
great.
yeah.
They're delicious.
We went to
Yeah.
a vegan festival the other day, and y'all were going crazy over everything. I just got them
Yeah.
my favorite
It's amazing.
vegan restaurant. They were eating it.
Yeah,
Like,
so good.
they're very open-minded with that stuff. And I used to be very, like, closed off with food, too, and I'm glad I'm not as much anymore. I just tried, like, Taco Bell sauces. I used to be like, those are so, like, gross. I don't like the flavor, blah, blah, blah. I don't, like, let me randomly just try them, and now I keep getting them. I'm like, wow.
Yay.
I
Yeah,
was
something
going
you
my whole life.
randomly try could be something you love.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, especially with food. It's important to branch out of your comfort zone.
Mhm. Yeah. At least try it. Like, if you don't like it, you don't keep eating it.
Yeah.
But, like, trying it, you never know.
Yeah. And I've also, like, introduced Matt to a bunch of, like, random, like, girly things he's never done before. Like,
Yeah.
or more traditionally girly. Like, I pluck his eyebrows. So, and
It hurts so bad.
he was laughing through the pain. It was so
I didn't even
funny.
know that was a pain response that I had, but I just started.
And
first.
I
Were
couldn't
you, like,
stop
tearing
laughing.
up?
Like, tearing
Yes.
up, but also,
But also
like,
just straight
so
up
much
laughing.
laughing.
I was kind of worried.
It,
And
like,
I couldn't
invokes,
stop
like,
laughing.
Am
some type of, like, trigger response in your brain.
Oh
I guess so.
gosh.
It's like I
So
should
funny.
laugh right now. Okay.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh, it was so hard not to just laugh with him.
Okay, but, like, I bet your brows were giving, you
Yeah,
know?
like, don't they look pretty slow right now?
Giving.
I think they're giving. Yeah, you're open to so many things. Anytime I'm like, do you want to do this? You're like, yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Ever gone berry picking before?
I want to go berry.
I think I have.
You think
That sounds so
well,
fun.
Well-
we've done a lot of other things. Rock climbing.
Rock
Yeah, rock
climbing.
climbing was
Nice.
this week. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. And then I just do, you know, like, if you've seen those TikToks where they're like, when you remember you have free will and like standing on a bed or something, or they're like, I don't know, just like do things that are wrong. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, yes.
yeah, I went to the gym like a couple of months ago, and like when I was done, I was just like, I want to go outside and jump in the pool with my clothes on just to do it. I didn't have a towel.
can.
I was not prepared at all. I just like went for it. And
Yeah,
then
and there are no rules. Like, you really
exactly.
just can,
Like
and
no
you
one's
did.
gonna stop me.
Yeah.
I just can just do things that are wrong.
Yeah.
And it just makes you, I don't know. It makes you feel connected to your like free will.
Yeah. Something that really, this might make me sound insane, but
Okay.
when I'm taking showers,
Mm-hmm.
I would put on music and dance to it, but I would almost only allow myself to dance in ways that I thought were like hot girl dances, and like
Yeah.
like if somebody was watching me, I wouldn't want them to see me be embarrassing. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what is this
exactly.
weird mental barrier? Like nobody's watching me.
Literally.
And so the other day, I just started dancing like the dumbest like noodle arm person on the planet, and it was so
That's so
freeing.
funny.
I'm
That's
like,
amazing.
nobody is watching me be like
Yeah.
weird right now. I can just be silly, like on my own accord. Yeah.
I just get the same urge to like always be like ready to be perceived, like even alone. I think
Yeah.
it's especially
Very
like,
much.
I think for women with experience.
Right.
Do you
No,
feel
totally.
I feel that sometimes, but I
that?
think
Mhm.
I think I get the
No, I do think a lot of it is kind of like women are very much perceived, like, or very much taught to like pick ourselves apart, and like subconsciously we have to like unlearn picking other people apart because of our own issues with
Yeah.
ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that women are just maybe like more like cautious of, just because of what we've been like trained to be cautious of. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But doing things that are silly and just because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not take a
Um,
crazy chance? Why not do a crazy dance?
So true.
Hillary Duff was spitting, like,
Yeah.
listen.
And your cats.
Oh my god, my cat!
Yeah.
I was on Facebook one day in 2018, And in this vegan Facebook group I'm in, some person was just like, hey, I'm giving away these cats. And I was just like, okay, so these are my cats now.
Yeah.
So I just dropped $30 and picked them up. And I'm like, these are mine. And my mom was like, no, they're not. You're getting rid of them. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. These are my cats. And so I've just kept them. And to this day, they're my entire world. And it was so spontaneous, and I am so happy I got them. They've changed my life. And I don't know, I also owe all of that spontaneity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, our bestie Abby just did like the same thing. Like, she found this cat that was being neglected by its previous owner. She didn't even know it had an owner because it had just been like wandering around and coming to her door. So she took it in and like took it to the vet, and then found out it had previous owners, but they didn't even really care. So she
found their phone number, reached out to them, was like, do you want your cat? And they're like, we'll pick it up sometime.
They didn't even know their cat was gone.
Zero sense of urgency. Didn't care at all. And then Abby was like, hey, it's been a couple days, like, I really want this cat. And then just never heard back from them. So it's her cat now.
Yeah.
Like,
and she's gonna take care of this cat. She's about to move, and she's taking the cat with her. Yeah. Like,
she's also, moving to Nashville, starting, like, a new life. Like, that's exciting. Like, just,
Slay Abby on the spontaneity.
Yeah,
Shout
absolutely.
Out. We love her.
Period.
Yes. And, kind of spontaneous, you and Emily are going to help me dye my hair today. Just the root touch-ups to get these back in stand. We're just going to go for it.
Yeah, hair dyeing is always the answer. Like, even if you think you're gonna regret it, like, just do it. It's fun. The experience is worth it.
Don't be afraid to change up your appearance. I do a lot of that spontaneously too. Like, I've like just chopped off my own hair when I feel like it sometimes.
Your appearance is always repairable. Even if everything takes a turn for the worse, like, give it like 2 or 3 months and it'll look the way it did before.
Yeah. Watch a YouTube video, I'll say. But do whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like we should end off the episode by doing something spontaneous.
By doing something so crazy.
I don't know, like sing a song.
What if we made up a song?
Made up a song on the spot. That's real spontaneous. I think we should do it. Yeah. Elena's a rapper.
Elena's a rapper!
So,
I'm a rapper.
Can you give us a beat? And I'll add some background vocals and you're gonna be the star, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna be the star.
You've got this.
Yeah. We got Elena, JoJo, and Matt being spontaneous, thrifty bitches where it's at. You know we like to do things on the fly. We like to have fun. You don't know why? Because we like to party. We're the stars, driving in our sports cars, going so far.
Slay!
Oh my god!
I told you.
I do birthdays, I do bat mitzvahs, I do weddings.
Videographer/rapper.
Videographer/rapper. Putting that on my resume. My resume now, if you listen to my first introduction on Thrifty Bitches, I said my resume was going to be changed to #1 Thrifty Bitches fan.
Yes.
Now it's going to say #1 Thrifty Bitches fan, videographer, rapper.
Nice. You got the order.
Yeah, and also risk taker.
So true. Hashtag risk taker. Hashtag one.
My whole resume is just a bunch of hashtags. That's everything.
Yeah. Oh, but spontaneous travel too. We talked about that with New York and everything. But yeah, like
road trips.
Just go anywhere. Day trips.
Day trips. You can get a whole vacation done in a day.
Yes.
Truly.
Yes. Okay. I think we've covered spontaneity. So hopefully our message comes through. We love you, thrifty bitches, and we'll be back for our regularly planned episode on Sunday. Yes. Thanks for listening.
And stay spontaneous.
Stay spontaneous.
Thrifty bitches.
Thrifty bitches. Thrifty bitches.